What's up, guys? I'm Trevor Lemon and this is Smoking with Trev. Something recently caught my attention. I didn't realize most of my followers are either don't have a smoker or are new to smoking meats. So today we're going to bring it back to the basics and smoke a good old pork butt. This is what started it all for me, and I'm sure it's what started it all for most people that smoke meats these days. This is a 9-pound pork butt I got down at my local grocery store. Ideally, I like them around 6.5, 7 pounds, but 9 works just fine. I'm going to start off by just patting the pork butt dry. Now this step is totally optional. I'm going to inject this pork butt with a little bit of apple juice. Now there's plenty of fat inside a pork butt that'll keep it nice and moist, but I think this just adds some extra flavor to the pulled pork. This is how my dad did it whenever I was growing up, and it's kind of just stuck with me. So we're going to smoke this pork butt fat side up. So what I like to do is take a good heavy duty chef's knife and just make some crosses on the fat cap. You'll see why at the end of this video. It gives you a nice little nugget. Now you don't want to go too deep, just like ½ an inch. Just get below the surface of the fat. Some people use binders. I prefer not to use a binder. I'm not opposed to using them, and I will use them sometimes if I'm trying to add some extra flavor to something. I just really think it's an unnecessary step. And I also seem to not get as good of bark whenever I do use a binder. So with that being said, we're going to go straight into seasoning this pork butt. Today I'm going to be using Blazing Star Pork and Rub. Nowadays there's quite a few barbecue rub choices on the market. I recently discovered these products by Blazing Star. And let me tell you something, I haven't tried everything on the market, but these products stand out. Now this is a big piece of meat. It can take a lot of rub, so don't be afraid to go super heavy with it. And get it in all of these little pockets and stuff right here. And make sure you season all sides. Now you see all this rub on the cutting board? Make sure you never waste that. You need to scrape all that back up into a pile and put it right back on top. Now I have my Kamado Joe set up at 250 degrees. We're going to throw this pork butt on, like I mentioned earlier, fat side up, and let it ride for 8-10 hours. Now you can replicate this on any kind of smoker that you have, but my preference is charcoal. Now you're obviously interested in smoking meats. You're going to want to invest in some sort of meat thermometer. You don't have to spend a ton of money on one. You can test the accuracy of even the cheap ones. I'm going to stick the thermometer into the thickest part of the meat, making sure not to hit the bone. Ideally, you should do this before you put the meat on the smoker, but yeah, I got caught up in this YouTube thing. So we're about 5 hours into this smoke, and I just wish you guys could smell this pork butt. It smells absolutely incredible. So the butt is sitting at around 150 degrees internal temperature. That just means we got quite a few more hours. So while we wait, we need to start sipping. I'm new to drinking bourbon. This Woodford Reserve, hard to beat. Let's pour it up. And I've never done this YouTube thing before, but now seems like a good time to tell you to subscribe. Cheers. Okay, we're 7 hours into the smoke. I'm going to throw the pork butt into a foil boat. You could wrap it up in foil, wrap it up in butcher paper, or not wrap it at all. Really boils down to personal preference. I like the foil boat method. It lets the bark keep building on top while also speeding up the cooking process. So 2 pieces of tin foil. And then just start to roll. Don't go too much yet until you got the pork butt in here. Now it's time to go get it. Now it's super simple. Just take the edges of the foil boat and wrap it up tightly against the pork butt. Just like this. Back onto the smoker. Another thing I'm going to do is raise the temperature of the smoker up to around 275, 300, just to try to speed this cook up a little bit. 12 hours later and it's done. As you can see, it's nighttime now. Now the internal temp on this butt's right around 198 degrees right now. But what you're looking for is probe tenderness. Now as you can see, that thing's probing like butter. That is exactly what you're looking for. The key to good barbecue is just a little patient. Now it's getting late. I didn't get this thing on as early as I wanted to, so I'm gonna leave it sitting on my board for about 30 minutes. Ideally, you wanna let it rest a little longer than that. I like to go for at least an hour, but I'm hungry. So here's the telltale sign on if you did it right. Oh yeah, clean boat pool. Oh, look at this right here. I can't even wait to try it. I gotta try it right now. So damn good. All we got left to do is shred it up. I'm gonna use the bone. Just shreds like butter. Alright guys, that's all I got for this one. As you can see, we did it right. And that's how easy it is to make good pulled pork. Now I'm gonna get this inside and feed my pregnant wife. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. It really helps me out. It just lets YouTube know that I'm out here doing something right. Peace out.